Imagine feeling on top of the world one moment, full of energy and unstoppable, only to plummet into an overwhelming depression the next. This emotional roller coaster has been documented for centuries, but today we know it as bipolar disorder. How did society come to understand this complex mental illness? And what did people believe about it before modern psychiatry? In this video, we're taking a deep dive into the fascinating history of bipolar disorder, from ancient descriptions to cutting-edge research. The concept of extreme mood swings isn't new. Ancient civilizations had their own interpretations of what we now call bipolar disorder. One of the first known descriptions comes from ancient Greece around the 5th century BCE. The philosopher Hippocrates, often called the father of medicine, categorized mental illnesses into different types. He used the terms mania and melancholia to describe two opposing states, one of extreme energy and agitation, and the other of deep sadness and despair. At the time, Hippocrates believed that these mental states were caused by an imbalance in bodily fluids, or the four humors: blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. He theorized that excess black bile led to melancholia, while too much yellow bile caused mania. Treatments? They included bloodletting, herbal remedies, and even changes in diet. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, and understanding of mental illness took a dramatic turn. In Europe, mental disorders, including what we now recognize as bipolar disorder, were often attributed to demonic possession or divine punishment. People experiencing mood swings were sometimes subjected to exorcisms, imprisonment, or worse. However, some medieval scholars continued to build upon Hippocrates' work. Persian physician Avicenna, writing around the 10th century, described various mood disorders in his book The Canon of Medicine. He proposed that mania and melancholia could be related and might even be different phases of the same illness. A brilliant insight, one that wouldn't be fully recognized until much later. The 19th century marked a turning point. In 1854, French psychiatrist Jean-Pierre Falret made a groundbreaking discovery. He described a condition he called folie circulaire, which means circular insanity, noting that some patients experienced episodes of mania followed by episodes of depression in a repeating cycle. Around the same time, another psychiatrist, Jules Béarger, independently described a similar disorder, which he called dual form insanity. This was the first time bipolar disorder was recognized as a distinct illness, rather than separate unrelated episodes of mania or depression. As psychiatry advanced, researchers began classifying mental illnesses more systematically. In 1913, Emil Kraepelin, a German psychiatrist, introduced the term manic depressive illness to describe what we now call bipolar disorder. Kraepelin's work was revolutionary. He argued that mood disorders were biologically based rather than caused by external factors like stress or moral weakness. But despite Kraepelin's findings, treatments were still crude. Many patients were placed in psychiatric hospitals and subjected to controversial therapies, including insulin shock therapy and electroconvulsive therapy, ECT. One of the biggest breakthroughs in treating bipolar disorder came in the 1940s with the discovery of lithium as a mood stabilizer. Australian psychiatrist John Cade observed that lithium salts had a calming effect on manic patients. Lithium's discovery was a game changer. It became the first real pharmacological treatment for bipolar disorder and remains a key medication to this day. In 1980, the DSM-3, Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, officially introduced the term bipolar disorder instead of manic depressive illness. This shift helped reduce stigma by acknowledging the biological nature of the disorder. Today, bipolar disorder is understood as a complex condition influenced by genetic, neurochemical, and environmental factors. Advances in brain imaging and genetics continue to improve our understanding, leading to better treatments. Bipolar disorder has been misunderstood for centuries, but thanks to scientific progress, we now have effective treatments and a deeper understanding of the condition. From Hippocrates' humors to lithium therapy and modern psychiatry, our journey through history shows just how far we've come. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more mental health deep dives. What do you think about the history of bipolar disorder? Drop your thoughts in the comments.